Wild Talents, by Charles Hoyfort, Chapter 15b. The noblest triumphs of the human intellect are about as sublime as would be the description of the house in terms of its roof, whereas the description would be equally sublime, if in terms of the cellar, or the bathroom. That is Newtonism, or a description of things in terms of one of its aspects, or gravitation. It is Darwinism, a description of all life in terms of selection, one of its aspects. Gravitation is only another name for attraction. Sir Isaac Newton's contribution to the glories of human knowledge is that an apple falls because it drops. All living things are selected by environment, said Darwin. Then, according to him, when he shifted aspects, all things constituting living environment are selected. Darwinism, that selection selects. The materialists explain all things, except what they deny, or disregard, in terms of the material. The immaterialists, such as the absolute and the subjective idealists, explain all things in terms of the immaterial. My expression is in terms of the continuity of the material and the immaterial, or that one of these extremes is only an accentuation on one side, and the other only an accentuation on the other side, of the hyphenated state of material-immaterial. I am a being who thinks. Therefore I am a being who thinks. In this circular stupidity there is a simple unity that commends it conventional lovers of the good, the true, and the beautiful. I do not think. I have never had a thought. Therefore something or another. I do not think, but thoughts occur in what is said to be my mind, though, instead of being in it, they are it, just as inhabitants do not occur in a city, but are the city. There is a governing tendency among these thoughts, just as there is among people in any community, or as there is in the movements of the planets, or in the arrangements of cells constituting a plant, or an animal. So far as goes any awareness of mine, I have no soul, no self, no entity, though at times of something like a harmonization of my elements, I approximate to a state of unified being. When I see, as for convenience I shall say, even though there is no I that is other than a very imperfectly coordinated aggregation of experience states, sometimes ferociously antagonizing one another, but mostly maintaining a kind of civilization. But when I see that my thoughts are ruled by tendencies, such as to harmonize, organize, or coordinate, that they tend to integrate, segregate, nucleate, equilibrate, I am conscious of mere mechanical processes that mean no more in the arrangements of my ideas than they mean in the arrangements of my bones. I'd no more think of offering my ideas as immortal truth than I'd think of publishing X-ray photographs of my bones as eternal. But the organizing tendency implicit in all things, along with the disorganizing tendency implicit in all things, has admirably expressed itself in the design that is my skeleton. I think so. I have no reason to think that my skeleton is in any way inferior to anybody else's skeleton. I feel that if I could arrange my ideas with the art that has arranged my bones, I'd have, for writing a book, the justification that all writers feel the need of, trying to excuse themselves for writing books.